What's up, everybody? It's been a while. Had some people asking for an update. So today is the day. Today is day 2191 with no methadone. If you want to know the rest of my story, you can check out my older videos. But in 2017, I decided to get off methadone and take my life back, and it's been quite a journey ever since. A lot of good stuff, some fucked up stuff, as to be expected. But so since my last video, I had 1 year, maybe on my second year of living on my own. Well, since then, I had met a woman at a party and started dating her. I moved out of Wisconsin to Minneapolis for a few months, and before I had moved there, we agreed that neither of us wanted to live there, so it was only going to be temporary. So for the 3 months I was there, I didn't have a job. I just kind of took care of the house while my girlfriend was at work. But after those 3 months, we agreed that we were going to move in between where I live and where she lived. So in between Wisconsin and Minneapolis. We found a pretty cool spot. Don't love the rental house right now, but the plan was to get a rental and then buy a house after that. Work. My job did not want me to go in Wisconsin. I'm pretty good at what I do. They taught me very well. So did my welding school teachers. So I moved on from their fabrication shop and found a place where we're at now. Don't love the work. I'm more of a custom fabricator, and they do a lot of stuff that's jigs and manufacturing. I'm more custom, repair, hardcore fabrication stuff, not the same shit all the time. Mass producing stuff. Quality over quantity. I have been getting back into art again. I signed myself up for an art walk in September. I've got a bunch of paintings, some of the ones you saw in my last video, and then there's a bunch of other ones I've done. They've just been sitting around waiting for an opportunity like this. I'll have my own little 10 by 10 canopy set up. It's on a street. It's actually in Prior Lake, Minnesota, if anybody's interested in the area. There'll be other artists, vendors, 10 to 4 p.m. the 23rd of September. Health, still healthy. Haven't been doing any other drugs. Haven't had any cravings. Have thought about using and what my life used to be like. But just thinking about it gives me goosebumps. I cannot go back to that lifestyle. Would probably die this time around. Still got the truck. Pretty much pushed it to its limits of modifications. Now I just need a different daily driver so I can continue to push this in a different direction. Not necessarily street legal, but trail legal. I'm here to help you. If you're watching these and you're thinking about getting off methadone, do it. You will not regret it. I was on it for 3.5 years, over 100 milligrams, and I can totally tell, being out of it, how much of a hold it had on me, how much it changed my life. From the way I think, to the way I walk, to how I hold my body, to how I interact with people. Everything. It's just pretty scary. And it doesn't seem like these clinics have that much of an exit strategy for you. They'll be glad to take your money for as long as you're there. Yeah, they try and suggest, like, hey, make some changes in your life. But they don't make you go. They don't make you feel the pressure. I know it's a sensitive subject and everybody has a different time scale, but they were in no hurry to get rid of me. There have been people at this methadone clinic for 10, 15 years, bouncing around from clinic to clinic. 200 plus milligrams. Just takes legitimacy and giving a shit and wanting something better. You don't normally see what's got a hold of you when it's got a hold of you. Usually afterwards it's more clear. Like when I was doing meth, I had no idea that it had changed me that much. I look back at pictures that I took of myself, and it's like there is something holding on. I almost looked bloated, like not skinny or not fat, but like a decaying body. You know, like a deer that's on the side of the road, just kind of like weird shapes. I'm sure you'll never be able to imagine what I'm envisioning, but drug addiction is serious. There's a lot of drugs around. You can get them anywhere. So if you're serious about getting off of it, you need a support system. You need people that are going to support you in your choices and not bring you down. You're going to need some space and some time. I was fortunate enough to still be living with my parents, so I didn't have a bunch of bills. I didn't have to go to work. I actually quit my job to detox and then go to school for welding. Some people don't have that. Some people have a job they have to go to, and then they want to try and get off that. They feel stuck, hopeless. Because there were some days where if I had to go to work, it would have been hell. I mean, I would have been a worthless bag of shit. Feel great for maybe a half an hour in the morning, get to work and actually start moving around and doing stuff, and just the fatigue, the irritability, the anxiety, the depression. So having a space to do it definitely helps. Having people that love you, care about you, support system. Having somebody that can maybe go to the store for you. Eating healthy, a new routine, a healthy routine, healthy habits, structure, positivity, God. I couldn't have done this without God. I'm walking through a bunch of poison ivy right now, and I think some just brushed my leg. I have to fucking wash my leg as soon as I get out of here. I've even gotten poison ivy in the winter. Getting outside, getting away from the TV, getting away from your phone, certainly cutting negative influences out of your life. As hard as it may be and as painful as it may be, some of these people you've known for 10, 15, 20 years, if they're using and they're around you, they're putting those, you're thinking about what they're doing. The thoughts are in your mind, and that's what you want to get out of your mind, is these thoughts of using, these old patterns you've been in, these old behaviors. I mean, even your scenery. Rearrange your house, rearrange your bedroom, so you're not seeing the same stuff that you saw as an addict, but now you're seeing them with your new eyes. What else have I been up to? Disc golf. I got back into disc golf. Like money in the bank, able to afford things still. A lot of the stuff hasn't changed from the last video, but had a lot of crazy life experiences. I think I'll make another video on just Minneapolis alone. I had some pretty interesting experiences there in the 3 months I was there, saving some people's lives. What else is there? Been camping a lot. Been to some pretty cool state parks, Minnesota and Wisconsin. We've had a bulldozer come over to our Caledonia, Minnesota land and make some trails for our trucks and Jeeps. I'm also thinking about making a disc golf course over there. Been buying a bunch of garage stuff, stuff that I've always wanted, but I've never had the money or time to do it because my addictions have always taken priority in my life. But now that they don't, I'm actually able to live my life, do things I want to do, go places I want to go, and not be influenced by negative people. I don't know anybody right now. And I guess I might know one or two people who do drugs, but I don't hang out with anybody who does anything like that anymore. People that I know will drink or smoke pot, but no one who's doing meth or heroin or oxys or cocaine or banging anything. I took my life back. Now I get to come out here and enjoy stuff like this. Nature. Sober, and not be inside all day or running around all night stealing stuff out of people's cars, breaking into buildings, breaking into churches. I'm sure some of that negativity is still inside of me and will always be there, but I think I've got a pretty good hold on it. The Lord helps me every day. 2,191 days ago was my last dose of methadone. Seems like a lifetime ago. Family's doing good. Some of my friends were kind of unhappy to see me go. Some were supportive. I do miss my hometown, but been there my whole life. There's plenty more to see out here. Life is a journey, not a destination. So if you got any questions or comments for me, if you want to know anything else, pretty open book. You just got to ask. Give you suggestions, give you pointers, give you my perspective on situations. If you want to get off the methadone, or if you're on some other drugs, same story. You got to change your surroundings and your mental. You can overcome this. We can actually do anything we put our minds to. It's insane. You are not a prisoner. You are free. You may feel like you're a prisoner sometimes, but all you have to do is stand up and say no more. Thanks for watching, you guys. I love you. Take care.